Hi, my name's Drew and I'm going to be walking you through the chase here today. We're going to start right up here in the front storage compartment. This is where the battery is housed in this particular model. Good thing to remember with this battery is that you do have two inline fuse holders here. This 15 amp fuse holder is going to be for the portable solar port. We will get to the function of that here in a bit, but just remember that that is fused directly at the battery. And then this 30 amp fuse is your main 12 volt power. So just keep in mind that you do have some fuse holders there up towards the battery. While we are speaking of the battery, keep in mind that this is a lead acid battery, which is going to carry a fair amount of maintenance with it. 2 or 3 times a year, we're going to pull these vent panels up. Underneath those, you will find a clear marked water line. We will be maintaining that water line with distilled water. Again, that is 2 or 3 times a year. For periods of long-term storage, you have a battery disconnect switch here. You will go ahead and utilize that again anytime that the unit is in storage. Helps keep any nominal or phantom draws off of that battery, which from the day-to-day are no big deal, but compounded over many months in storage can wear and tear on that battery. It is as easy as a flip of a switch. So I do encourage you anytime you are storing the unit to go ahead and disconnect that battery. Coming around here to the side, we have a 6-inch radio antenna there. Down below we have your 30 amp 110 volt connection. Does only plug into the camper one way. So if you look at that, it is only going to be accommodated one way. Give it an 1/8 inch turn to the right. Once it is plugged in, that locks it in. Then we do have this secondary collar here to screw down, lock it in further. Right beside that, we do have a standard RG6 cable fitting. That is just a pass-through cable connection to the designated TV area of the camper. Beside that is going to be that portable solar plug that I did reference earlier. It is a direct connection to the battery. Any sort of portable solar is going to be essentially plug and play to the unit. Your charge controller is built directly into the panel and will be monitored as such. So just plug into that port, and again, as long as that fuse is in good shape, it is going to be connected to the battery. Tire pressure, lug nuts. The tire pressure of this unit is 51 psi. That is the max tire pressure rating stamped not only on the tire sidewall, but on the data tag here next to the VIN sticker. Very important as well is going to be the torque of these lug nuts. They have been torqued down to 100 foot-pounds here in the shop. Every manufacturer recommends a re-torque procedure of those lug nuts. The initial 15, 25, 50, and 100 miles of initial travel, they want you to go ahead and retorque those down to 100 foot-pounds. Manufacturer further recommends that at the start of each trip thereon after, you do make sure those lug nuts are maintaining that 100 foot-pound torque. Coming around here to the back side, not too terribly much to speak of. You do have this rear porch light with the switch accessible here from inside the door, and then you also have a ceiling light switch here as well. When closing the rear doors, just close the driver's side first and the passenger side over top of that. Other than that, you have your tail lights, marker lights, license plate bracket, things like that. You do have a secondary receiver here. It is great to be used for any, an extra cargo rack, a bike rack, anything of the sorts. 100-pound max capacity, as the sticker says on that. While we are talking about weight ratings, you can see that the crossbars here are also labeled with a sticker 250 pounds max capacity. So just keep in mind that you are maintaining those weight ratings. Also here on the rear, you are going to find some stabilizer jacks. These stabilizer jacks are for stabilization. They're not for leveling. So leveling front to back will be done with the main tongue jack. Leveling left to right will be done with the tires and a leveling kit. When using these stabilizer jacks, just go ahead and put your crank handle over top of the stud, crank them down until you make contact with the pavement, maybe just a quarter turn more just to snug everything up. Same on the way up. You don't need to make a habit of going overly tight with these. They do perform better with a light touch. We will go ahead and pull out this awning for you. This is the batwing awning. Does unzip fairly easy and is very easy to pull out. Once you have that bag open, you can go ahead and unstrap it. And this bag here is going to house all of your tent stakes, guide ropes, really all the bits and the bobs of the awning are going to be in this case here. So just keep that in mind. For now, we're just going to flip it out of the way. So generally, I like to just grab this top pole here and kind of start pulling them out. Of course, the pole here on the top is going to be the furthest one out. So you just start walking out with it. And from there, we have this strap. Our goal is to go ahead and tie this strap to either this main crossbar, this lower support, either one would be fine. Once it is secured there, you'll see on each one of these crossbars, you have a leg that folds out, and these are telescopic legs. So just go counterclockwise until it loosens up. That will allow you to sit the pitch that you like. Once that is reached, you can go ahead and tighten it down and it will hold that pitch. You'll also see places here for the guide ropes and accessories. So guide ropes would tie here, of course Velcro strap there. Also a zipper on the side of that, don't know if you can see that, for any add a room, screened in rooms, add-ons like that. And again, that is the same. Each one of these crossbars does have a leg to support that. And then going back in, we just walk everything back the way that we came. And it's nice, there's these magnets here that will keep everything secure. And the fun part of fitting everything back in the package. Wrap it up as tight as you can. Use the Velcro straps. And then close everything back up. Make sure your end cap is closed. And that's it. We will hop here on the inside, go over that stuff in there. Right here inside the door, we have a secondary light switch. One of course, is going to turn on this overhead ceiling lights. The other is going to be the porch light that is just above this window. So you do have an LED porch light out there controlled from the switch in here. Up here towards the front of the camper, we have your carbon monoxide smoke alarm there. Does run on a 9-volt battery. Will need to be maintained. Does have a test button. Functions again just like any other smoke alarm. RG6 cable fitting, we saw the input of that on the outside of the camper. This would be the output. Again, that is just a pass-through cable connection. They designate this as the TV area of the camper. And then down below we have your stereo system, if you will. Bluetooth, AM/FM radio, and then you do have auxiliary inputs there as well. Choose your mode here, and so your mode, whether it be Bluetooth or radio. If you're searching for a radio station, of course, those are going to be your buttons there. Below that, a 110-volt outlet there. To the right of that, we have a 12-volt outlet and a couple 12-volt USB ports. Even further down, we have your fuse panel breaker box converter. This is all built into one unit. On the right side of that, we have your automotive blade style fuses. On the left side is going to be your light switch style breakers. Functions of these fuses and breakers is labeled there, right there on the door. Not a bad idea to carry a few blade style fuses in the event that you would need to, in the event that you would run out of those. Windows, we're looking at these kind of school bus style windows with the locking tabs there at the top. Just pinch those towards the inside, and that will allow you to lift the window and it will stay in that up position there. Air conditioner is equipped with a heat strip. So if we're focusing on the air conditioner itself, we are going to have this one mode button. The blue dial here is going to be your air conditioner. The gray dial is going to be fan only. You do have a low, medium, and high fan speed. This red dot labeled optional heat is going to be that optional heat strip. So if we cycle through those, if we were going to turn it on this optional heat, we then need to take this thermostat and go from cold to hot. And then we can go through the air conditioner modes here. That's going to be low fan, medium fan, high fan. You can directionalize the air using the louvers on all four sides of the air conditioner, as well as one going straight down here. Does also have a washable filter. You would use a flat-bladed screwdriver here to pull that down, take that netted filter out, run it under the sink. Is replaceable if need be. That basically sums it all up here for the Chase. If you do have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to give us a call. Thank you.